We're getting started. Okay, so guys, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about a very interesting company today. We're going to be talking about software-defined automation, right? So we're going to really deep dive into what this is all about. Today we have Adzhemyan on the show. She is an inbound marketer. She's wealth of experience in big companies like Hitachi as well. And today we're really talking about her journey as a marketer and what she's doing with and her work at software-defined automation. So Annie, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hi Lucas. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So maybe give people like a quick overview. What is software-defined automation all about in your own words?
Yeah, sure. So software-defined automation is an industrial control as a service company. So we have developed a cloud-based platform to manage industrial control systems. So our solution empowers industrial automation engineers with a more unified, intelligent PLC management and code development platform. And before we dive in, maybe I can say a couple of words about, what PLC is. So PLC stands for Programmable Logic Controller, and basically it's an industrial computer that controls the processes in manufacturing and other industrial automation environments. So, our platform enables manufacturers and industrial machine builders with a single source of view to manage all their PLCs independent from the vendor type in one application.
Very cool. Now, tell me a little bit more about the clients. Like, what are the types of organizations you typically work with?
Yeah, so these are, manufacturing companies, industrial machine builders, system integrators who play in the manufacturing space, and our customer personas are industrial automation and control engineers, maintenance engineers, and head of engineering, head of operations in manufacturing facilities.
Very cool. Now, how do folks learn about software-defined automation? What would you say is the journey looking like of them getting started with you guys?
Yeah, so, our main source of customer awareness is LinkedIn. So we have a very robust organic LinkedIn content strategy. And, our audience, based on our conversations with our audience, they are very active and engaged on LinkedIn, and that creates lots of awareness and drives traffic to our website.
Very good. Now, actually, you mentioned the website, and let's talk a little bit about it. Like, what role do you feel the website plays at the moment, and maybe where do you see the role of the website moving forward? Maybe you can give us an insight about that.
Yeah, I think website is our, at the center of our MarTech environment. It's it is the tool or the platform that generates whole our inbound pipeline, requests for demos, requests for kind of contact us forms, etc. So it's at the center of our lead gen engine.
Very cool. Now, you've been in large companies like Hitachi. We're in demand generation. Now you're in a technology company that is driving innovative insight into innovative technology as well. Like, what is sort of something that you've learned in a big corporation like Hitachi that you think is really important when it comes to lead generation? Maybe there's some key learnings you would feel that our listeners might be able to contribute, because many of them probably haven't driven lead generation for large organizations like that.
Yeah, I would say, focus on awareness and demand generation, and the leads will follow, right? So I think you need to have a comprehensive content strategy, omni-channel, and kind of omni-channel strategy, which means that, understanding where your audience is and making sure that you have a continuous drumbeat of content on these various platforms, whether it's your website, whether it's, social media platforms, whether it's a webinar program. Just make sure that the content drumbeat is there, it's consistent, it's regular, and aligned with your customers' areas of interest.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Is there something that you've learned in that context when it comes to actually driving conversions, right? You mentioned awareness is key, but ultimately it's the lead gen that is the end result. Like, is there some technologies, approaches, methods that you've been picking up over the years when it comes to actually driving then results from the websites?
Yeah, I think probably I'll talk about the kind of methodology. I already said it should be, multi-channel, content-rich approach. And, we just need all to keep in mind that it takes time, right? You can't just put content out for a month, 2 months, and then expect a huge inbound pipeline. From my experience, it takes a year and a half of consistent storytelling, awareness, thought leadership, content development until you turn your website into lead gen engine.
Yep, makes sense. Now, I would like to switch gears a little bit and talk about your journey as a marketer, right? Because we talked a little bit about what you guys are doing, who you're serving, and your experience in growth. So now, where do you turn these days when it comes to learning about yourself, like, inbound and growth marketing? Is there any resources, maybe peer groups, maybe online groups, maybe blogs, podcasts? Like, where do you go when it comes to, keep on educating yourself?
Yeah, so definitely, again, we've mentioned LinkedIn many, many times on this call already, but, LinkedIn, again, I think it's for any B2B professional, no matter whether you're in engineering, marketing, business development, right? LinkedIn, I think, is an awesome source to stay on top of the news and latest technologies, and great conversations happening there. So if you are engaged, if you are following the right people that, or like-minded people, you'll learn a lot. I think podcasts are definitely something that I started listening to probably a couple of years ago, and I think it's really enriching my professional journey. And the other thing I want to say is that, talk to different technology vendors in your space, right? So I love marketing technology. I think it really advances the way we talk to our audiences. And, marketers become smarter, more intelligent with these new tools. So I love talking to new marketing technology providers. I think I learn a lot from them. And then, with some we continue the partnership, with some we just kind of have future plans. But that's another source of professional growth for me.
Very cool. Now, I got some rapid fire questions to wrap it up for today. Are you ready for those?
Yeah, sure.
Very good. What is the last book that you read?
The last book that I read, I finished it probably a month ago. It was Empire of Pain.
Mm-hmm. What's the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
Making the industrial automation engineers more productive.
Mm-hmm. If there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be the one single thing that you would want to have fixed for your company as a marketer today? Like, what's the one thing you would fix for your role as a marketer?
Oh, that's a great question. Probably better visibility into customers' digital behavior, right? Right now, you need to piece lots of tools together to understand the customer's journey. But if there was one tool to kind of bring visibility into it, that would have been awesome.
Very cool. And for the very last question, if today would be your very first day at software-defined automation, what would be the one thing that you would tell yourself as an advice?
So talk more to the customers. I did that, but I wish I did that, 5, 10 times more. I think that helps you learn more about their needs, challenges, obviously, but also shape your company's messaging and narrative faster, earlier in your professional journey in that company. So talk to the customers.
Very good. Very, very good. And I really appreciate you joining us today for the Pathfind Presents podcast. Thanks a lot for being a guest on the show. And I want to give you the very last word. If somebody would be forgetting all that we discussed about software-defined automation, what's the one single thing people should remember?
I think I'll repeat what our CEO, Joseph Waltel, said once at the customer meeting. Actually, he said, we're not doing anything genius, we're doing obvious thing. The change in industrial automation area was long due, and software-defined automation really simplifies and improves the daily lives of industrial automation engineers.
Thanks a lot for being a guest on the show.
Awesome. Thank you so much.